guys, gals, everything in between. Mavakaga here. I am joined by my co-host Cai Cai. Say hello.
Hello.
And today is May 21st. We're going to be reviewing some Asian horror movies that either myself or Cai Cai has watched. Top recommendations for this week. We'll do this weekly. And the first one we're going to start off with. Actually, first of all, Cai Cai, what did you watch last night? Not a. Yeah, if it wasn't one of these, just like a regular movie or whatever. What did you watch last night?
Last night, I watched your live chat Q&A.
Yeah, but what about you? Also said you watched Devil's Rejects, right? I know Q&A. Right. That's not a movie.
That's a horror movie, right? Okay. Okay.
Did you watch Devil's Rejects? You told me.
Yes. Yes, I did.
What did you think of it?
Pretty cool. I love the scene that they talk about, like, how to fuck a chicken.
Oh, you liked that part. I thought you liked Captain Spaulding.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I do with him.
What kind of ice cream did he have?
What kind of ice cream?
Yeah.
Oh, God. I forgot.
It rhymes, remember? The flavor.
I forgot.
Tutti, fucking fruity.
Oh, right. Okay.
They went on for like 5 minutes about the ice cream. You forgot that part? That was like one of the best parts.
Okay, I'm not that good at remembering things like that.
All right, but anyway, did you like that one better or House of a Thousand Corpses?
This one better. Devil's Rejects. I don't know why.
It was probably more gory or...
Yeah, more violent.
More out there. But the third one, are you planning to watch that? Three from Hell?
Nope.
Oh, you too, eh? If there's no Sid Haig, I mean, he was only in it for like 5 minutes or something. But he was really the other two movies. He was like the main guy.
Yeah, so I don't want to watch the third one.
All right, well, we'll talk some more about like American movies next week. But for now, we're going to stick with the Asian movies and in particular horror movies. So the first one that we got is Bewitched from 1981. And basically it's about while possessed by an evil spirit, a man murders his daughter. A police detective investigating the case also becomes possessed. A good monk helps fight the evil spirit. Did you watch this one, and what did you think of it?
Yes, I did watch this one, and this one was actually produced in Hong Kong. And movies from Hong Kong, I think personally, I think they're way better than the ones that from China, mainland China. And it's just about like, I think this one actually is produced in Hong Kong and Thailand. I'm not that sure. But the lesson that I learned after watching this movie is that don't joke a Thai girlfriend. You know what that means?
Say, what does it mean?
It's like you said like a guy like murder his daughter, right?
Right.
Because he has a Thai girlfriend, and okay, let me see. Oh, is that and then something happened because he kind of missed his appointment with his girlfriend, and then some sorcery involved. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. Fuck. What am I going to say? All right. This guy is a tourist from Hong Kong, and he didn't like come back to his Thai lover by a certain date, so everything happened afterwards, like horrible things.
Okay, so and this one was from the 80s. So did it feel like an 80s type movie or?
Yes, very 80s types of movie.
Yeah, it seems like that, is it?
And the director is like Guai Zihong. Like he's like quite a famous director producing the horror movies back then. So,
yeah, and it was made in Hong Kong.
Mm-hmm.
The subtitles for this Blu-ray is in both Cantonese and Mandarin. I mean the audio. so you could switch between one or the other, and there are subtitles as well in English. So you would recommend that one, then, I take it, for an 80s type of horror movie?
Yeah. I really
Especially,
like that.
well, compared to like the American type of 80s horror movies, I think these ones are all better anyway.
Yeah, and I don't know, maybe it's just for me, I think they're more scary.
Yeah, more
compared
authentic,
to.
not as much special effects as the American ones with computerized graphics and all that crap.
Mhm.
Okay, so on to the next movie. It's called The Closet, which is just came out basically this year onto Blu-ray, and it's about after moving into a new house, a young girl begins displaying strange and disturbing behavior until one day she disappears behind a closet. While the devastated father is left with no clue about his daughter's disappearance, an exorcist shows up and claims to know what has happened to her. This one sounds pretty horrific too. What do you think of this one?
Actually, if you watch a lot of Korean movies, that you'll recognize some familiar faces in this movie.
Hmm.
I think the leading actor. Oh my god, what's his name?
The lead actor?
Yeah.
The lead. Well, one of the main one is Ha Jong Woo.
Yes.
Right.
That's him. He's the father, right?
Yes. Oh, so you recognize him from other movies?
Yeah, because he's so famous right now.
Oh, okay.
And okay, let me see. But right now it's like everybody is talking about. I just want to talk a little bit about Parasite. Everybody's talking about like Bong Joon-ho, right?
Yeah.
But actually, did you know another Korean like director, Park Chan-wook-park?
Isn't he from? What other movies has he made? I think he's made a couple of famous ones.
Yeah, we're going to talk about this first, from him.
Oh, he made that one. Okay, well that's
So
the next
if you
one we'll go
watch
on.
it-
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if you watch a movie by either of these directors, you won't be disappointed if you watch this one.
So this is a definite must-watch as well.
It's like a horror mystery type of movie. So, again, I don't think it's so scary. It's just like maybe thriller or something like that.
Okay.
And it's new, so if you're into new movies, you can check it out.
Yeah. And this one also has Korean audio with English subtitles on the Blu-ray. On to the next one, which is, I think, going to be one of your favorites of the whole list on this one today, is Thirst from 2009. So basically, this one's about, it says here, Sang Hyun, a respected priest, volunteers for an experimental procedure that may lead to a cure for a deadly virus. He gets infected and dies, but a blood transfusion of unknown origin brings him back to life as a vampire. Now Sang Hyun is torn between faith and bloodlust and has a newfound desire for Tae-ju, the wife of his childhood friend. I'm going to leave you to this one, as you know a lot about this one.
So I already talked about the director, right? Like
Yes.
his works are pretty much like of the same kind of style, like very dark, and this one is very classic, actually. And again, the leading actress name, do you have it? I don't know how to say his name in English.
The actress?
The leading actor's name. He's also in Parasite.
Song Kang-ho.
Yeah. And it's really good inside, and also the leading actress. Did you recognize her?
The lead actress? I know her name. I don't recognize. That's not Kim Min-hee. So that's Kim Ok-bin.
Okay, shut up.
That's Kim Ok-bin.
I know. She's actually in Whispering Corridor Voice.
Which one is that? The first?
The fourth. The one that I told you last night.
Yeah, but Voice isn't Whispering Corridors.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's the same leading actress.
Yeah, she was in that and about 15 other movies. But yeah, as far as horror movies, she was in Voice.
Oh my god.
But you asked me if I know her. Like, just because her name is Kim doesn't mean it's the other one. There's many Kims. You know, Kim is one of the most popular names in Korea.
I know. Don't give me a Korean lesson right now, okay? And you don't have to keep telling me your favorite Korean actresses who so and so every 5 minutes.
Well, because the people
Right?
on YouTube don't know that it's Kim Min Hee,
I don't think they will have much of an interest
who
in
was
her
in
now.
who was in Handmaiden. But if you want to see a
I
good
know.
if you want to see a good thriller with her, Helpless. I don't know if you were paying attention yesterday on my live stream. I was talking about, I think, on there or on the day before. Her and her soon to be husband are driving to his father's house, and on the way they stop off at a gas station type thing. He gets out of the
Mhm.
car to go buy a coffee, and when he comes back, she's gone. She's not in the car anymore, and he sees like a little, like a almost like an earring type thing that fell off her ear or whatever on the ground, and it's pouring rain, and she's nowhere in sight. So that's how that movie started, and that's a really good one too. But we're not reviewing that one today. But I'm just saying that Helpless is one of her best ones. Besides
Thanks for
besides
your
ha-
information.
besides Handmaiden, of course. Are you still awake though, or did I bore you to death with two Kim Min Hee
Uh-huh.
movies? All
Okay,
right,
okay.
all right. So the next one's Town in a Lake, and this one's about, and it's a Filipino movie, a story of how a violent crime disrupts a quaint rural town in Batangas. A girl's dead body is discovered and puts the whole town on trial, while the former's companion remains missing. The ensuing media spectacle slowly exposes the town's secrets. As they celebrate its yearly festival by the lake, an unknowing sleeping evil unravels and haunts the townsfolk. Go ahead with your thoughts on this one.
Okay, so the film focuses much on the character of the witness who's in a constant struggle regarding whether it is to protect his family or particularly his daughter or to reveal what he saw in order to help the mothers of the two missing girls. And I think the ending of the movie, which makes the leap toward a supernatural kind of feeling, just is not as good as it. It's just like it becomes too magical, you know? Not
Uh,
like a crime kind of story. It becomes all supernatural. And I'm not that keen on that kind of stuff. So I think it's an okay movie if the ending is different, it would be better.
oh, okay. And as I said, this one is in Filipino language, but the subtitles are in English on all these Blu-rays. If you guys have any questions about where to obtain any of these Blu-rays, do leave a comment in the comment section below. And don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, even though Cai Cai should be telling this, but she won't even remember half of the things I'm saying. And if you're new, don't forget to subscribe, smash that bell icon. You'll be noted each and every time I make a new release. You want to try Cai Cai? I didn't think so.
Oh.
Okay, so we'll move on. After a deep breath. All right, so the next one is called, I'll probably like not say this right, but I'll
I
give it a
don't know how to pronounce it.
Okay, go ahead.
Pelepas Saka.
Yeah, Pelepas Saka. All right. So it's from 2016, and this one is a Malaysian movie. And this one is about Hader and his wife return to Mystica Village to attend the prayers organized by Hader's parents. Hader's twin brother Raiden is also home for the same reason. The brothers used to be close until Hader married Elisa, who is Raiden's ex-girlfriend. One night, Azaya puts a spell on Hader. Not realizing that a mysterious entity is now attached to him, Hader's behavior starts to change and he suspects Raiden and Elisa are having an affair. This one looks like it could be a pretty good horror movie. What's your take on it?
You just gave up pretty much everything. What's that left for me to say?
Oh, okay, great. So on to what you can say.
Okay.
Did you like it? Is it scary? You know, it's not like okay,
Not
that's a
good.
great rendition of what happened in the movie. I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys. Can you just say what you think of this movie?
Okay, so I think the storyline.
Was the bus
quite
passed already
simple.
or something? You're late?
Yeah, I'm waiting for the 46.
Go ahead.
And I think the storyline. It was just such a joke. Okay, but the part that I don't like
Mhm.
is the performances of the cast. Because obviously, I think the director just picked the new actors for this movie, and it just can't leave you an impression, you know. Because
So you
the
can tell they
actor
were
is
kind of
so bad.
amateurs, right?
Amateur again. But I think you like it because it's like you like that movie, that kind of stuff, right?
What do you mean, amateurs?
And the performance is so exaggerating, it's so shallow, kind
Well, still, would you recommend somebody watch it if they're into like those types of movies?
of. Nope.
Okay. The next one on the list
Should I
is,
say yes?
well, no, if you didn't
Should I
like
say
it, I
yes?
mean,
I
honesty
didn't
is the
like
best
anything,
policy, you know what I mean?
right?
Right. Okay, so the next one's from 2010. It's called Mr. Zombie. This one looks interesting, well, to me anyway. And no, not just because it's Korean. But anyways,
I think you would really like it. You know why?
yeah, because I think you would really like it because it has the word chicken in it. And I know it's about like some
No?
fried chicken or something. And you just talked about how you love chicken last night. But let me just read what's about first, and then you can tell me why you think I like it, okay?
Okay.
So,
Don't
young...
spend a minute talking about it.
What?
Don't spend a minute talking about all of it.
All right.
The plot.
Yeah, okay, I'll just spend 35 minutes. All right, so here we go. Young Cheel is a totally incompetent man in his 40s. He runs a small chicken
Like
restaurant.
you.
What happened?
Nope.
He runs a small chicken restaurant, but his fried chicken is the worst tasting chicken in his village. He loses all his money, which is actually a paltry amount, in the stock market and leads a pathetic life. Worse, he gets bitten by a zombie and becomes one. One day his family is plunged into a serious crisis because of the money that young Chul borrows from his loan sharks. Young Chul, who sees himself as totally powerless, fights them to save his family. Go ahead.
Okay, did you mention that he gets bitten by a zombie?
I'm glad you were listening.
No, right?
He gets bitten by a zombie and becomes one.
I
But I
didn't
didn't.
listen to you. Oh,
Yeah, I know you didn't listen to me. Are you sure you
okay.
heard me the second time? Or are you going to ask me again?
Nope. Okay. Yeah, so it's like a
Were you
zombie,
busy?
right?
What else do you do besides eating chicken? Do you do anything else with the chicken? As like you told me last night?
No.
Okay,
Okay.
go on.
I just want to say this at first.
Hmm.
Why do I think you will like this movie? Because, again, the leading actress is like just a college kid, you know? And she
So,
somehow has a traumatic experience because when she was younger, like when she was like in affairs or something, and then a guy just like show her like his nudity and start doing something, you know what? And she just had that kind of bad experience, and somehow she ran into this Mr. Zombie, and she just really liked him, you know? Like she even like offers to like sleep with him. So I don't know, it's just like a strange, weird movie. That's why I think you will like it.
well, the actress you're
Like
talking
you.
about, her name is Bae Nuri.
Yeah, I know.
And she was actually born
And
in
she's a
1993. She's 27.
yeah, and you know what? And I think the time when she's in that movie, she's only like 16 or 17,
Yeah, this was
right?
back in 2010, so she would have been 17.
Right.
And that was actually her
So
first movie that she ever starred in.
yeah, because she was in drama before, I think.
Yeah, K-drama. And then after that, she made a movie called Killer Girl K. But that's more like an action movie. But this one is like her first movie, and it was a horror comedy kind of thing.
Do you like it?
I'm looking forward to seeing it, definitely.
I knew it. Okay.
But I think out of these 20 films, I think I want to see 19 of them. I'm not big on like vampire movies, so I think I'm going to skip Thirst, even though it got a lot of praise, especially from you. But
Okay, go to hell.
I don't
Right.
know. It's
Next
got
one.
like I'm
Okay, next
sure.
one.
Doesn't a lot of it
Let's
take place in like a hospital or
how
something?
to
And there's probably like
disappear
needles.
completely.
Isn't there a lot of
How
needles in
to
that movie?
disappear completely.
Isn't there a lot of needles?
You should disappear completely. Okay, let's talk about this one.
You should turn into a vampire in your spare time. Is there a lot of needles in that movie? Thirst.
No. No.
Well, when in the trailer, there's like a lot of blood.
Every kind of horror movie has a lot of blood.
Yeah, but I'm talking about needles.
No. If you want to see needles, come to my house, right?
Well, I know that there's like a lot of blood in it, and it's got a lot of like hospital stuff, and I'm gonna pass on that one. That's it. All right. The next movie is coming from where is this? Philippines. Is How to Disappear Completely, 2013. This one's about in Raya Martin's thuggish fable of disengagement, a teenage girl grows distant from her parents before possibly vanishing altogether. But this is no angst drama. It's defiance against a kind of ordered existence, treating death like a game, living life in a soft-focused daze, ready to evaporate if pushed far enough. The girl and all the other faceless kids wander numbly in slow motion through the brush, through the parental jabber, only the electronic drone keeping them from losing their bearings. What's this all about?
I think this one is more like a drama and mystery type of movie rather than just horror. And actually the characters have no names, you know?
They're a bunch of nobodies.
And it's just like a, how can I say that? Kind of represent like the single young girl who's struggling to live those Asian cultural traditional things behind. But I think one thing that's really cool about this movie is the soundtrack. So if you're interested in like movie soundtrack, take a look at it.
The main actress in this movie, Charmaine Buencamino, she's also in another movie we're going to be reviewing called Bliss, but she's the main actress in this one, so she's also in Bliss, but we'll talk about that one later. So who would like these kind of movies? It's more like a drama, you said, as opposed to a horror, right?
Yeah, like a mystery type of drama.
Okay, so people of drama more would like this than anyone. The next one here, talking about vampires, but anyways, it's called. I don't want to say it wrong, especially the first part. So I'll just go with Kuntilanak 2. So I'm taking it. It's a remake, and thankfully it starts with a K. But anyways, this one's about Dinda who escapes Kuntilanak, which actually means female vampire ghost. Terror, without the agreement of Aunt Donna, intends to meet someone who is believed to be her biological mother, Carmilla, together with his younger siblings and accompanied by Julia and Edwin. Let's see.
You're done, right?
No. They are trapped in a house in the middle of the forest. Many irregularities occur. Again, you're making it sound like a comedy. Dinda again has to deal with Kuntilanak, but it was different from what she had defeated using spikes or spells. Go ahead.
This movie is not scary at all. It's so predictable. It's maybe one of the most flat movies I've seen ever. It's so annoying, those jump scares. And again, the acting is so shallow.
Well, I want to see it.
I know it. I shouldn't have said that. I should say, this movie is really good. There's so much blood and fire, and then you totally skip it, right?
No, you would just be for every movie. This movie sucks, but I know Mavakaga would probably love it, and yeah.
But I don't want to lie to other people, you know?
Yeah, but this is a part 2. But as usual, like part 2s are always not as good as the first, but still, is it watchable? Would you recommend, at least if somebody saw the first one, would they like the second one, or they should just skip it altogether?
Skip it. It's just so boring. And that's from the beginning to the end. What do you expect? Just don't waste your life on this. Go take a walk, sleep, do whatever. Don't watch this.
Yeah, go shopping without gloves. Anyway, that was an Indonesian movie with, again, English subtitles. The next one's called... You want to try saying it first?
God. Nope.
Okay. Jangan to Tegur, 2009. Natasha is haunted by ghastly apparitions that only she can see after waking from a nightmare-laden coma. These dreams about a missing girl continue to plague Natasha after she regains consciousness. She will uncover a secret so sinister that it threatens to destroy her and everything she holds. I want to see this. Go ahead.
You want to see this? Alright. This one is so cool. Soundtrack is cool. Performance is cool. You have to see it.
Insert sarcasm here, there, and in between. Okay, I don't want to see it. Go ahead now with your review.
Okay, so
Here it comes.
it's kind of creepy, but again, to me, it's not that scary. And I think did you watch a lot of Malaysian horror movies?
The last one?
I mean, did you watch a lot? Like, are you familiar with Malaysian horror movies?
I watched a few that are horror movies that have to do in like airplanes and stuff.
Okay.
Well, sorry, they didn't take place in a bus, but still, I prefer like airplane movies over like bus movies, all right?
Okay. So, I just heard like from the people, they said you have to watch this movie if you like The Eye, and then...
Yeah, I saw The Eye, but The Eye is not
Yeah.
Malaysian. The Eye is
Not
Korean.
Is it good?
The Eye?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. That's a must-watch.
Everything for you is must watch from Korean. Okay, move on.
But so how do you know about The Eye then?
How do I know about The Eye? I did a little bit research about this movie, and they said you have to watch this Malaysian flick if you like The Eye. So
Yeah, well, so I like The Eye, so that's why I'm saying I got to watch this one too.
okay.
And for all the newbies that just joined us today, in case you're wondering, why do we always mention a bus? Yesterday we were doing our American Blu-ray reviews, and after about an hour, we all had the feeling that Cai Cai missed her bus, so she just disconnected right away without saying goodbye and was very, very rude. And then came on about half an hour later and told us all that the bus was actually full. There wasn't that one seat left that she admires in the back of the bus, because she's a back of the bus sitter freak. So she came back on, didn't apologize or anything, and gave me a hard time about 20 minutes how to say goodbye properly, instead of me usually saying my Mavakaga out. So let's go on to the next one. That's the story about Cai Cai and her little technical difficulties yesterday. As you can see, she's not disagreeing, so it must be true. Mavakaga, always with the details. Never fake news from the Mavakaga. All right, let's go to the next one. This one I'm looking forward to watching also. And now you're supposed to say, yeah, of course you are.
Okay, so go with the plot and then I can continue.
Okay, so this one's called Reuni Z. It's time for Zenith High School Reunion. See, that's why it's called Z, because of Zenith.
That's why you like it.
On the
getting cheesy and all right.
On the upcoming alumnus, there are Johanna, a soap advertisement actor, Jeffrey, and his wife Lulu. There is also a mysterious, beautiful woman named Marina, who claim on their generation, but no one knows her. 20 years earlier, their relationship is on strain. They are still having an awkward feeling when they meet on the reunion. Too bad the cheerleaders who perform on the reunion turned into zombies and attack the alumni. Now, Jeffrey, Joanna, Lulu, and Marina must struggle to survive. Yeah, even though I'm not a big zombie movie type fan, I'm looking forward to this one. Go ahead.
Yeah, because it's all high school and cheesy.
Go ahead.
Right? Alright. I know you're going to watch it. This funny. This movie is not funny, and
It's not supposed to be funny. It's a horror movie.
No, it's kind of like a horror comedy type of movie.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I only watched it because I think this is the first Indonesian zombie movie, like recently, and I just think it has a lot of standard formula, so that's why I think it's kind of boring. But it's full of like cheesy drama and romance. Yeah, So you can watch it. For me, yeah,
Well, if there's a lot of romance in it, no, I don't want to watch it. That's kind of boring.
not like a not like a lot, but you mentioned like high school thing, right? So it's just like I'm part of it. I'm part of it.
Well, I know there's like zombies and stuff, which isn't that great, but I mean, there's cheerleaders, and any kind of cheerleaders in a horror movie must be like pretty cool to watch. You know what I mean?
Why?
Because, okay, so now we go to the next. And this one, actually, I'm really looking forward to watching this one. I think of all the ones.
Can you stop? I want to do this one in great detail, not great detail.
Well, Killer Bee Invasion. Okay, so I'm going to leave this one to you. But this one is what? Is this China? This is from China, though, right? Not Hong Kong, this one.
From mainland, this one sucks big time.
Okay, but this one, just before you go on, the audio in this Blu-ray is in Mandarin, but there are subtitles for Cantonese. Okay, so you can go ahead with this then.
Nothing to say, no comment. Don't waste your life on this.
You can give a little bit of detail about what it's about, at least.
Okay. So it's about a research team. They're doing an experiment on the island of death, and during the process, tens of thousands of killer bees rushed out of the lab and attacked them. And after the incident, like the Chinese security team, they took the rescue team to the lab. And at the same time, the killer bees are just breeding so wildly, and the entire island has become a sea of bees. So does this sound interesting to you?
Yeah, I want to check it out.
For what?
Well, they say that movies from China are the absolute worst, and you know how I am with like really bad movies, especially horror movies from China. So I do want to check it out.
Okay, it's your choice. All right.
Okay, so the next one we're going to go on to. Do you actually, is that word after the title there, like in the title, is that the devil in like what? Chinese, like Mandarin or Cantonese? Or is it something different, meaning Xie Mo?
It's in Mandarin, but actually this movie is produced in Taiwan and Hong Kong, so it's like a co.
Like a combination.
Yeah, but it's in Mandarin, right? So
well, just a minute before you give the review, let me say what it's about. So the devil, or how do you say it? Xie Mo?
Xie Mo.
Yeah, that came out in 1981, and it's about a hideously ugly witch casts spells on her victims, which turns their insides into snakes.
Into snakes and worms. All right.
Okay, maybe I'll just sit here while you do all the talking then, and then let's see how far you can go with it. All right, go ahead.
No. Don't leave me alone.
No, I'm saying go ahead. You could say what it's about and stuff. Like, what do you think of this flick?
I think this movie is like a typical early 80s Hong Kong type of horror movie, and it's really gross, which is very good, you know. And actually, there's a scene. I remember they just cut the body in half, and then you can see there are like worms inside, snakes inside. Just I don't know, like for me, it's really interesting. It's just really rewarding.
Yeah, it's pretty graphic then.
So, but I don't recommend it to those who are easily, you know, when they see blood and they will faint or something. Just don't see it after you eat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but these are horror movies, right? Isn't it the whole point of wanting to watch these ones?
But it's just really gross. But I like that.
So.
I remember like one guy who like throws up live worms, centipedes, and snakes, and you can see all the slime and blood. Wow.
So you're recommending after watching Killer Bee Invasion to watch this one right after that, right? That's what I thought you'd say.
This one is really weird.
Yeah,
It's great.
it sounds good, and it's from way back in 1981. So again, we were talking about the 80s movies from Asia seeming so much better than the American ones, and I think this is another one of those. You know, the next one we're going to talk about comes from Malaysia, called Banglo Berkunci or Berkunci, something like that. And this,
Berkunci, not Italian, alright? It just make everything sound so much like Italian. Banglo Berkunci, alright.
or if you want to say it to Cai Cai, you would call it Banglo Bite Me. So this one was from 2015, and it's about three best friends, Danny, Boy, and Adam, love doing paranormal related activities at secluded places in order to confirm their existence of ghosts. The trio then goes to an abandoned bungalow that has a dark history behind it, where one of the residents was accused of unconsciously killing his family members. This one sounds really, really good. I'm looking forward to this. What say you?
Um, I didn't watch it yet, but I think I'm going to watch it like tonight or tomorrow because it really sounds so cool. It's like not a lot of like what? It's just like a crime type of ghost story.
Yeah.
And you know that this movie, it's just a trivia. This whole movie finished only within 10 days. You believe that?
That fast?
Yeah.
So is it? It must be maybe like very low budget or something.
Yeah. But
But
sometimes I think like with low budget they make great movie. I don't know why. It's like they look rough, but they're just I like the type of roughness, you know.
yeah, I was going to say that. I mean, look at Blair Witch Project, $30,000, and it's done.
It's so nice, just so amateur sometimes.
Yeah, I know. I love that. But so finally, a movie you're going to watch that you haven't watched yet. I mean, I think you watched every other movie except this one on the list, right?
Uh-huh.
So the next one is coming again from China, I believe. It's called Hex from 1980. Let me read to you what that's about, and then you can give me your review on it. I just want to see if this was actually from Hong Kong. Yeah, this was Hong Kong.
Yes.
Okay, so constantly mistreated by her cruel husband, the frail Chan Sao Ying awaits certain death from tuberculosis. The new servant girl, Yi Hua, takes pity on her mistress's plight, and the pair proceed to drown him one evening. They dump his body in a nearby pond, but Sao Ying believes that the man's bloated corpse has risen from the bog to seek vengeance. This is one I want to see. What do you say?
This one actually is directed by the same director of Bewitched. Did you remember that? The
Yeah.
first movie we talked about?
Yeah.
And again, because he's like a very kind of famous director back then in the 80s. And also, this is one of the horror movies produced by Shaw, you didn't know it, like Shaw Brothers. Like a
Yeah, the Shaw Brothers.
yeah. And it's so famous, and I watched a lot of Shaw Brothers movies back then. This one, actually, I thought it wouldn't scare me that much, but after watching it, wow, I think the ending is very refreshing. The plot is like as old as ever, and it has a little bit of humor in between. But what it really stands out is the movie twist, which I'm not going to say that much. You can just go watch it yourself. But I think it's really good. The makeup effects it's so cheesy, but I think that's the way it is, you know, like back in the 80s.
But the Shaw Brothers back in the 70s did a lot of kung fu type movies.
Yeah, they have a lot of different types of movies, and that they're also good, you know. They're really like they're really good, like a cop movie.
But okay, so just out of curiosity, I notice sometimes when we mention Korean movies or like Malaysian, Indonesian, Filipino, you're always like, yeah, this one's okay, this one's all right. But whenever we review one from Hong Kong, the first words that come out of your mouth is like, you know, guys, this is an amazing movie. The graphics were amazing. The people in this movie are absolutely spectacular. The acting is A plus plus plus. These movies from Hong Kong, please don't ever confuse them with China because the Hong Kong movies are the absolute greatest of all time. Why? Is there a bias about Hong Kong or something? I'm starting to get a little vibe here.
Just amazing, but I really like Hong Kong movies, just like the way you like Korean movies. So stop. Hopping. All right, I didn't sound like that.
All right, the next one isn't from Hong Kong. It's actually from China. So there might be a problem with this one. This movie might blow, according to her. It's called The Woman Disappeared from 2016. So I'm going to leave you to this one because it's only in Mandarin. It's not even Cantonese. So you get ready, guys. She's going to blast this movie. Check it out.
Do you want me to do a reveal in Chinese of this one?
Yeah, you can, and then say it in English because I don't think many of our viewers are from China, but go ahead.
It's very easy. It's just one sentence.
Okay, do it in Mandarin first,
Right.
then do it in Cantonese, then do it in English, and then do it in German, and then do it in French, and then, okay, go ahead. Cantonese first, and then Mandarin. Go.
No. Just Mandarin.
Okay, go ahead.
烂，超级烂。Do you know what that means?
Of course. The translation, yeah, the translation is, it's not from Hong Kong, don't watch this movie.
No, the translation is suck massive, alright?
You see, I knew,
So crap. Oh shit. Ooh.
I told you, if it's not from Hong Kong, I knew this was going to be a review. That's it. Basically, the translation for the review of this movie is sucks, pass.
Do you actually know what this movie is about?
It's about a woman who disappears, obviously.
No. This movie is about like a director, like he's making an erotic thriller movie,
Uh-huh.
and then after the shooting, the director found out the leading actress was actually died before the shooting, but somehow he's just trying to figure out if she's a human or a ghost during the shooting. You know what I mean?
Oh, that sounds pretty good. Yeah, I want to check it out.
I know the plot. You know what? The plot is really good. What's bad is the performance, and they somehow just, I don't know how, but this Chinese directors, they somehow just very good at screwing up every single one of the movies.
Well,
Alright.
I don't know. I still want to see it.
I don't care.
I'll still check it out.
Alright. Go ahead.
Okay.
Alright.
The next one is from where is this from? Dead Time. It's called Dead Time. Let me see. Oh, it's Malaysian, yeah. Okay, this one. Indonesia. That's what I said. Pay attention. Anyways, the movie's about a nameless country is in a state of chaos as natural disasters, corruption, and street justice.
Right.
Part of the people grow more violent, and the other hope part for arrival of a promised leader. Why didn't you copy me then? Cool. Part of the people grow more violent. The other people hope for the arrival of a promised leader. Go ahead.
Do you know the full name of this movie is called That Time Kara? Right?
Yeah, Kala. That's actually on the poster there.
Uh-huh.
I think that's their way of saying dead time, right? I don't think it's called Dead Time Kala. I think that's just them, how they say dead time.
Oh, okay. So, I think the concept and like imagery of it is okay because it's about like magical fantasy and crime all combined together.
Mm-hmm.
And it also has I mean, the middle of the movie was a little bit messy, and it just slowly goes toward the end. So it's just like, I don't know, just have a very, very What about mistake? No. It's like the plot is too late into the game, you know. They just stuff everything, like, right in the last 30 minutes.
Well, still one I want to see.
Oh God.
All right. So this next one, yeah.
Nothing.
What?
The
Say
next
it.
one is the next one is not that. I'm not going to say bad things about movies that are not made from Hong Kong. The next one is actually quite good from Philippines.
Okay, so yeah, this one's called Bliss from 2017 from the Philippines. And basically, Bliss tells the story of actress Jane Ciego. Though successful and desirable to many, Jane, now in her 30s, has become tired of the usual projects she's been getting. She decides to produce her own film to win respect in the industry, but things do not go as planned. A terrible accident on the set leaves her temporarily crippled, trapped in a house filled with bizarre phenomena, and under the care of her unloving husband and a strange, obsessive nurse. With the horrors and madness escalating each day, Jane's simple dream turns into an endless nightmare. This one is a definite must-watch. What say you?
This one is really, really good. So will you watch? Because they always do the opposite. Will you watch?
What do you mean?
I'm saying it's a good movie because they always do the opposite. If I said it sucks, you say, oh, I'm going to check it out.
I think every movie except Thirst that you mentioned, I'm going to check it out.
Alright, because they also need it. Alright.
Thirst is actually from Korea. I have no interest in that.
Alright, can you stop?
I mean, I'd rather watch Helpless or The Handmaiden again, you know. But what do you think of this movie? Why are we going back to Korea? This is Philippines.
Okay, have you watched Inception or Shutter Island?
Hated them both. I don't like DiCaprio. Next.
Oh, really?
Yeah, what are you going to ask me next? Did I watch Titanic and what did I think of it? I think it was crap.
No.
Next.
I'm just going to say this movie has
Basketball Diaries? No. Pass. Go ahead.
Wait a second. I don't want to swear. I'm trying to control myself here.
The only one I give him a little bit of respect for, and it's not even because of him, it was because of Brad Pitt. It was Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And the only reason why I liked it was because it was Quentin Tarantino. And the other one that he made with DiCaprio, Inglourious Bastards, was it him or was it Brad Pitt? See, now you got me irked because you mentioned DiCaprio. I really don't like that guy. Save the planet, save the world, save the earth. Yeah, whatever, buddy. Maybe you should, not go out with all the supermodels and concentrate more on focusing on what's really going on the earth instead of banging a different model every night. Go ahead.
For whoever is listening to this, please quit. No, I'm just asking you. Did you watch? Okay, no. Okay, so
I told you. I'm not a fan of DiCaprio. Why would I watch it?
I'm not sure
The only
that-
one I watched last with DiCaprio was Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and I said it was a good movie. But not because of him. Brad Pitt did a better job than DiCaprio. Go ahead. Why do you keep stopping?
Alright. You just stop. Let me finish my work.
We're trying to keep this at an hour show, but you keep stopping every 2 minutes. It's going to turn into a 6-hour program. If we're going to premiere this before the live stream, we got to hurry up. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm not sure whether this movie is way too predictable or not. Or maybe it's because I just watched too many, suspense little type of movies. I was expecting to be knife fucked, but I didn't. So, but it's still, worth watching.
So this is but I think this is one of the ones you would recommend more than, one of the top 3 to watch in order.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Wow, you know me so well.
Well, I kind of figured the way you praise some movies and bash some other ones is pretty obvious. This next one, which I want to check out for sure, it's called, well, there's 2 titles for it. The first one is A Woman After a Killer Butterfly. And there was another title for this called Woman Chasing the Butterfly of Death. So whichever title you want to go with. A melodrama about a man who survives an attempted double suicide with a stranger while picnicking with friends. He goes on a cave expedition for a famous archaeologist when he discovers a skeleton several thousand years old. He meets the spirit of the skeleton in a dream, and then becomes romantically involved with the archaeologist's daughter. Again, another one I really want to watch. It's a Korean movie, 1978. Go ahead.
Did you know on YouTube there's a trailer of this movie?
Yeah, there's probably a trailer for every single movie we're talking about.
Really?
Yeah, of course.
Because I'm not big in trailer. I didn't know.
I know you're not a fan of trailers. You discussed that in the live streams.
Okay, I'm just saying if they're interested, you can. I mean, for people who are interested in.
Yeah, I'm interested also. I want to see it too.
It's again like a very strange and somewhat philosophical horror movie, and I think it also falls into like a typical South Korean horror movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right up my alley.
Okay, and there's a lot of chit chat, which right up your alley too, right?
Well, if I had to listen to the language, like I like the.
Oh my.
But there are
Okay,
subtitles.
let's move on to the next one. All right, 2020 Korean movie.
But I understand there was it's like a elderly book salesman obsessed with like Hitler and 2,000-year-old female corpse and a mad scientist. This one's pretty wacky.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then it even said that at the end of the description, it says later the corpse comes to life in the hope that young Ghoul will impregnate her. So that's really a messed up movie. And judging by the screenshots, I mean, for 1978, I'm there. You know.
That's the part I wanted to know.
Next one also comes from Korea, and this is another one I want to check out. It's called The Nightmare, 2020. Just got released. Film director Ying Woo has a hard time ever since his daughter died a few years ago. Unable to forget her, Yin Woo writes a screenplay about his daughter. One day when they are shooting the movie, Yang Woo's wife comes to the movie set in order to meet Yang Woo. Jae Young wanders around the set by herself to end up getting locked in a cold storage unit and is found dead the next morning. Definitely going to check this out.
Definitely going to check this out.
Go ahead.
Definitely going to check this out.
That's it? That's your review?
Mm-hmm. Give me a sec. I just want to.
And actually, one of the actresses, Chae Jae-hyun, was in another good movie called Stray Dogs from back 2014. So this is her second movie. Stray Dogs was also really good. That was more like a thriller, but also in the horror genre. But she was good in that too. So I'm looking forward to seeing her in this one.
So much. You have so many movies to catch up, don't you?
Well, yeah, there's like 19 out of 20 today.
All right.
So go ahead.
Did I watch this?
I think so. You said you watched 19 out of 20, so that's all of them except one of the ones from Malaysia or whatever it was. The Nightmare, it just came out, so I don't know if you did catch it yet, but it's 2020 movie.
I don't think I watched this one.
You didn't get around to watching this one yet?
I don't think so. When did it just come out? Like, very new, right?
This is brand new, 2020. I don't think you've seen it yet, because if you know about all the other ones, so maybe you didn't get around to this one yet.
You want to watch this one?
Hmm?
You want to watch this one?
Me, no. I have to check it out.
Check it out, but do you want to watch this one?
Well, yeah, if I want to check it out, that means I want to see it. If I'm saying I don't have an interest in it, that means I do not want to watch it. All right? That's what that means. I want to check it out. Yeah. So if I don't say to you, I have to see it, you're not going to understand what I mean by I have to check it out. It's like if you go to the library and you want to check out a book. Doesn't that mean you want to take a look at the book and read the book? If I said to you, I don't want to check this one out, that means I have no interest in seeing the book, right?
Okay, I'm just asking. If you say yes, then I would say we can watch it together. And then you just give me all this crap again. Okay.
What I said was, I want to check out all these movies except Thirst. I don't know if you've realized, every single time I mentioned a title, I said I want to check this out. So are you telling me 18 times I said I want to check this out, you had no idea what I was saying? Now, after the 18th movie, you're like, oh, so this is one you want to watch or what? I don't understand what you're saying.
I didn't sound like a fucking... Oh. I didn't sound like...
Can you keep this kids rated? All right, there could be a 12-year-old who's interested in Asian horror movies with a bloody, chopped-up corpse and walking zombies, and here you are dropping the F-bomb all over the place.
Alright, I'm sorry. I'm going to use knife in one morning, alright, boss?
Okay, you need to check your mouth. Never mind. Okay, so we got one more movie, thank God. And this one's called the I'm just kidding. This is like that was so rude. Check your mouth, Mava. Check your mouth, Kaga. Okay. The Trail, 1983. This one is from Hong Kong. So get ready, folks. She is going to think this is the movie of the century. Basically, it's about a gang of opium smugglers disguised as Taoist priests transporting hopping corpses are hired to transport a real dead body to its final resting place. In other words, all I had to say was, this movie is all about a guy who takes a huge dump for an hour and a half, and you'll hear her review being, you know, the dumps this guy took was amazing. It's really wonderful. It has to be from Hong Kong. I give this movie 10 out of 10 stars. Doesn't matter what happened in the movie. He's in Hong Kong. He took a dump. Doesn't matter. Academy Award winner. Go ahead.
You just said it all. I'm not going to review one single like Asian movie after.
The trail. The trail from his butt to the washroom. Go.
Not back to the washroom, right? I'm going to do this. Can't believe. I don't care if you understand it or not. Right?
Well, and anyways, before you go with your review, I just want to say I want to check this movie out. Go ahead. That means I want to see it. Now you can go ahead.
呢其實呢部電影裡面個兩個演員好出名嘅，鄭則仕同埋許正，佢兩個喺裡面。You know that? Okay. Right.
And for everybody else, no, this channel isn't all in like Cantonese. Don't be afraid you stumbled into the wrong language category here. No. Okay. What is this movie about in English? What's your review about it in English?
Okay, it's pretty dark but I don't but I remember you told me you really want to check this out before, right?
Yes.
But it's about kind of vampire, but it's like a Chinese type of vampire. So it might not be the same as the one that you saw in other like Western vampire movies.
Yeah, but this one I would rather watch than Thirst.
Okay, you don't have to keep telling me that.
Because this one looks like it's more like to do with corpses and stuff too, not just like vampires.
Mm-hmm. And what I just said in some news is that in this movie there are two actors like which I can tell are so famous. So for whoever who are interested in them, but then of course it's interesting to see what the performers were like back in the 80s, right? And it's like you don't get to see the fate of the vampire until the very end. So maybe
yeah, you don't want to try to spoil the movie too much, right? Like, why would you say that?
No, I'm just saying that if you, my God, what I said is, you just stop.
Go ahead.
I'm just saying that if you're not that into vampire, you can't really watch it because you don't get to see the vampire. Like, you don't get to see the vampire that much in this movie, right?
as long,
Then,
yeah, well, as long as Leonardo DiCaprio doesn't make a special guest appearance in the movie, I'm gonna check it out.
hmm,
All right, so I'm gonna see it.
alright, it's quite decent.
So, of all the movies we discussed today, what would be the three you would recommend to people to watch if you even have like three that you would recommend?
Can I do the top three that I don't want people to watch?
Okay, so you're saying that they should watch all the other ones then, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, sure.
Like, um, like personally, I don't recommend watching Killer Bees Invasion.
Well, I wanna watch that.
I know. Can you shut up and let me finish? And then what's the other one? The woman disappeared. Don't watch that. I'm not saying it to you. I'm saying it to others. Okay?
I still want to see that one as well.
You just shut up for a minute. And the one that I don't know how to pronounce the name of it, but the Malaysian one, the Indonesian one, Kuntilanak 2.
Oh, yeah. You said you really hate that one.
Mhm.
Well, I want to watch all of them except Thirst.
Okay, you mentioned it like 10,000 times in an hour, so I think everybody knows it.
The only thing is though, like the director is really good. So, but I don't know. It's all like blood transfusions and stuff. It's
The actor is really, really good, and the actor too.
yeah, I know. I kind of wanna, but it's again. There's like I'm sure there's a lot of needles in it because every like screenshot I seen it's got a lot of like operating tables and I don't know.
Okay, so cover your eyes and then watch it. Just listen.
Yeah,
Like
well,
it,
yeah, but the problem is I don't understand what the heck they're saying unless there's the subtitles, and I can't see it because you just said I have to have my eyes closed, so that kind of defeats the purpose of watching it. I didn't say I want to hear this movie, right?
okay, just giving you an option.
All right, so there you heard her recommendations to watch 17 out of the 20. My recommendations are watch 19 out of the 20, but I know a lot of people are going to want to watch Thirst because it does have a lot of good reviews, to be honest with you. And so that's it for this, the first Asian horror movie review video, And if you guys are interested in something like this, we will be doing it weekly. We'll be back on Tuesday doing the American versions of the Blu-ray releases, and we're thinking of doing maybe like an hour daily podcast kind of thing where we just talk about random things. Something we're going to be discussing in the near future. But we won't talk too much about how wonderful Hong Kong is and how the rest of the world sucks because that would get boring for everybody that's not from Hong Kong. So,
Can I say something?
oh, you're still here?
Huh?
I thought I disconnected you. Sorry. Go ahead. I'm kidding.
Can I say something?
I'm
It's just
kidding.
right? But I still want to say something though, because I admit in terms of movie, I am kind of biased. But actually, I'm not from Hong Kong, so it's not that I'm from Hong Kong and I love everything from Hong Kong. Actually, no, I'm from mainland China, and I'm just saying it based on what my taste is regarding movies. And I think everyone is like biased in a way. So, okay, I'm done defending myself. All right.
Can I say something now?
Sure.
I'm not Korean, so bite me. All right, so that's that, and no, because you say, oh yeah, of course you like Korean movies. Oh yeah, of course you like amateurs. Oh yeah, of course you like the cheerleaders. Ba ba booty boo ba ba cha ba. All right, so are we done?
No,
Where are we going?
we're going to the park.
All right, yeah. Good luck with that. Okay, so guys, gals, and everything in between. This is where she's going to start to chuckle in a minute. Check it out. If you like this video, don't forget, smash that thumbs up button. And what did you call it yesterday?
Subscribe. Don't subscribe.
See her mentality? She said, don't forget to subscribe. Maybe it came out different because she has a little bit of an accent, so you couldn't understand her properly. She said, do subscribe. Do subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon. Get notified each and every time I make a new release every single day. It's all good. Never gay. Never mind, scratch that. And we will see you guys in the next video. Live stream tonight at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For now, Cai Cai is bye-bye. And Mavakaga. You're not going to say it with me this time?
Should I?
You could have just said out. Okay, you ready? You just say out part. Let's not do this for another 2 hours like yesterday. Okay. Mavakaga out.